Okay, new character on the channel. You might have seen it in my new banner, but Dell Vostro computer from 2012. Last year, I installed Arch Linux for the first time, and it didn't exactly go to plan. FS table, I know. Going to error that /root/ is not. But, you know, it worked and it wasn't, like, too difficult. Well, it's been a year. Yeah, it's time to try something harder. Today, I'm installing Gentoo Linux. So, yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna plug in my flash drive, my keyboard, and turn this on. So yes, it's running Ubuntu Unity right now. This is basically just Ubuntu with the Unity desktop. Okay, here we go. This is Ubuntu Unity. It's one of my favorite distros. I'm going to show you here what this system has, okay? We are on a 2nd generation Intel Core i3, so that's a 2348M, with 2nd gen integrated graphics and 4 GB of RAM. And just like when I installed Arch, I am not trusting Wi-Fi for this. I am going to plug an Ethernet cable in, so I don't have to deal with getting Wi-Fi working in the live environment of Gentoo. Okay, we have Ethernet cable plugged in. Now it's time. I have my Ventoy USB. I'm going to grab my Android tablet so I have something to read the Gentoo handbook on, because I'm going to need it. I am just going to superimpose a screen recording on this because ain't no way am I holding the tablet out and connecting a keyboard to the tablet like last time. And I'm just going to shut down this right now. I connected the Ethernet cable before the new drive. Okay. Well, I helpfully have taken the screws out of this already because this is a massive pain to open. So, there we go. Lift the keyboard out. Unplug this cable, which goes to the trackpad, and this one. Oh, actually, sure, the power terminal's on. Close that off. Unplug the power cable, and lift up this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, there's the hard drive right here. So I'm just gonna slide this very thick Western Digital Scorpio drive out. Here's a ruler. So that is about 8mm thick, or for freedom units, it's that. I do not know how to read the inch scale on a ruler. SSD. Okay, opening my web browser and going to gentoo.org. Get started. Okay. Gentoo handbook. Okay, this is an AMD 64 system. Choosing the right installation medium. Okay, well, I'm going to use the minimal installation CD. Okay, I have downloaded the media. I don't think I'll need to verify. Who verifies their signatures? Oh. Using tools such as Ventoy can cause I put it on Ventoy. I don't care, I'm putting this inventory. Gentoo install in normal mode. Boot live CD. Didn't let me set the key map. Okay, next page. Okay. Okay, so just connect to the internet. IPA. Preparing the disks. LSBLK. We're the 119 gigabyte. So fdisk/dev/sda. Okay. P. So we just have a NTFS partition right now. Okay, and just W it. Okay, so apparently I'm going to be using XFS, which I have never heard of before. I've only ever heard of EXT 1 through 4 and also BetterFS. So I guess we're using XFS now. MKFS .xfs -c options equals /user /shared /xfs hogs /mkfs /lts _6.6 .conf, and then it's going to be on /dev /sd3. EFS. So this is This is the EFI file system. So mkfs.vfat. I assume that means very fat. -f32 /dev /sda1 mkswap /dev /sda2 and then swap on. Okay, I need to mount the root partition, which is mount /dev /sda3 mnt/gentoo. And then I also have to mount the ESVI system partition. So can I mkdir --parents /mnt/gentoo/EFI. What is a stage file? It's time to figure out what a Gentoo stage file is. I'll go back. Layout instructions: the proc file system, a virtual interface with the kernel, as well as other pseudo file systems will be mounted, but the Gentoo okay, no clue what any of that means. Let's go. Okay, well apparently, as I am a reader who is just starting out with Gentoo, I should not choose a no multi-lib tarball. I don't even know what a multi-lib tarball is. Okay, I'm gonna read the whole thing. Okay, well, I'm not in a graphical environment. I need to use links. Okay. Oh, we have a mouse cursor. Okay, that's neat. I will grab the Europe one. Oh, give me Europe. AT, Belgium, Bulgaria, GR, Hungary, UK, there you go. Oh, so the mouse is useless. I should just rely on the keyboard. No. UK. Oh, it's releases. AMD 64. Auto builds. Okay, what does what? Okay. AMD 64. System D. Okay, well, I don't have a tar file. These are all TXTs. And what Windows subsystem? AMD. No multi-lab. AMD 64. LLVM. There. AMD 64 System D. Okay, I think it's this one. The tar.xz file. Yeah, it's the tar.xz. Download. Stage file. I hope this is the correct one. Installing a stage file. Let's go. Tar. XPVF. Stage 3. .tar.xz. Dash XATTRS. Dash include equals single quote star single quote dash numeric dash owner dash capital C dash slash MNT slash Gentoo. It's time for compilers. Let's go. Okay, Nano. Okay, what am I choosing in here? Okay, dash O2. I have no clue what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna exit. Installing the base system. What is a deference? No, dereference, not deference. Okay, that's a lot of file systems to mine. I can make this way easier for myself. I just need to run Arch change root. Okay, we're in the change root. Okay. Next thing to do whatever an emerge web sync is. Oh, I missed a letter. Okay, eSelect. Profile list. That's a lot of profiles. I'm glad you showed me the first 4 on here. So they don't match. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose desktop plasma system D stable. Okay, I need to edit my thingy. I spelled it wrong. Okay, and at the very bottom I think I just put use. So yeah, I want a KDE plasma system, so I guess that's dash GTK. Qt5 KDE DVD. Yeah, I do want DVD. So at this point, I realized I kind of made a mistake by choosing to use System D. So I redid everything with OpenRC, which is what you're supposed to use with Gentoo generally. Okay. I think we're back to roughly the same point I was at before. Now onto my e-selecting my profile. Apparently I'm typing this into less so I can see all the options. It says I should choose 3. So I'm going to choose 3. The one that just says desktop stable. Okay, nano, etka, local .gen. Okay. I just uncomment ENGB. And it's from localgen. We have just the C compiler, POSIX, and ENGB. Okay. Locale selection. E-select. Locale list. Set 4. And now I have to reload the environment. Okay, just run that. Okay, configuring the kernel. Okay. Okay, well I need the Linux firmware then. Okay. Emerge. Oh, is this forced to caps? The caps lock light is on. I'm pressing it, does nothing. I was not like APT or apt where it's case sensitive. Yeah, it's case sensitive. What? Bitch, I just need to put license accept asterisk into my make conf. No work. Yes! That worked. Okay, we have the kernel installed. Now what? Well, Linux firmware. Okay, we're not using System D, we're using the traditional one. So we're using install kernel. So I'm just to emerge it. Okay, nano / etc / portage package.use Okay, install kernel. Okay, and then init.ramfs, I need to add into this. Also, into here. I think we're going to use a distribution kernel since this is my first time using Gentoo. But if I do this again, I might do it fully manual. Okay, it's time. I'm recording on a different phone. Has enough free space to hopefully record 8 hours of 30 FPS video. Okay, go. Good night. What do you mean it's still running? It's been 9 hours. Okay, we're back here on another TTY because that thing's still compiling and that doesn't seem right. And apparently, according to ChatGPT, I've done something wrong. Grep make ops. They're missing. Okay. Apparently, I can stop it with Control C. Then add what I need to in a new line called make ops equals -J5. And then Control O, and then Control X, then emerge --ask --resume.
Somebody's
cancelling this. This is not going to work. But I don't want to end this video like that. So I have a much faster computer here. This is my gaming laptop. Now, I for one do not want to erase my gaming laptop. Because, has like a full Windows install on it. I decided to avoid erasing the Windows install already present on this gaming laptop. I decided to use an external USB enclosure containing the same SSD I was using on the Vostro. Okay, I'm recording on a different camera now, which is one with enough space to hopefully record the entire install. Because I'm at the time where I'm going to be typing out the command. Emerge. Ask this kernel Gentoo kernel Yeah, the remaining hour of time-lapse video kind of just corrupted. Moral of the story, don't try to save files bigger than 4 gigs to a FAT32 drive, but yeah, I'm going to have to skip to when it's finished, because I corrupted the video! Yay! Okay. Emerge. -- dep clean. Okay, easy. Then I just need to edit my nano into my portage conf again. And I just need to put in here use equals dest kernel. Okay, on to the next page. Okay, nano /etc/fs table. We already have okay, need to set my host name, echo let's call it that, and I'll shove that into the host name and network. Okay, I'm just creating the password now. Red. I just set the password to Pepsi. I don't know. Okay, key maps. Key map. I believe it is GB. No, I just shut down the computer. Well, all I missed was the key map file. Okay. Please, but if if all I missed was key maps, then it should boot, right? I'm gonna pull out this USB. No. No! F4 local boot. I'm not installing Gentoo from scratch again. Hopefully I can just like chroot, load back into Gentoo install, and then chroot or something. Okay, we should be hopefully back to where we were. Okay, I'm just gonna set this to UK, which I believe what it is called. Should be in your head. Okay, yes, we have not configured the bootloader yet, which makes sense why it died on me. Okay. Okay. Nice RC update. Okay. Scroll past system D. Cron daemon. I don't know. Emerge. Sys process. Crony. Okay, we're back. We got the cron daemon. We need to just RC update it. Okay, I'm just gonna install this because it says it's recommended. Configuring bootloader. Grub. Okay. Let's grub install. EFI directory equals EFI. No, /EFI. There we go. Finalizing. Okay, I think it's time to reboot now. I can pull out my flash disk once the system shuts down. Gentoo Linux. Login with root. Password is Pepsi. Okay, now I just need to add a user. Do we have ZSH? Okay, ZSH is installed. Let's tab back to this one. I'm gonna call it World. I'm not actually gonna be using this system, so I think that leaving the root password as Pepsi is going to be fine. has now been 1.5 hours. No, 3.5 hours. Meaning it's 8:45 at night. Anyway, now I just need to get SDDM. It might make some time. I'm just going to cut this out because I don't think this will take too long. I believe I already have Network Manager, but I'm just going to make sure I... There we go, it worked. I have Gentoo Linux with a desktop and Network Manager isn't running. Guess I should make sure Network Manager is running. I thought I did have it installed. I do not have console. I do not have a KDE I don't have a terminal. And I set it to start as a default. No, I don't. Session. I want to exit this. X. Guess I'm booting from the installed USB and CH rooting into this thing so I can. That's all I really need. I really need to install the KDE apps so I have console and can actually use the damn thing. Okay, I just need to install the KDE application bundle so I can actually use the damn thing. There we go. I'll just let that run. Okay guys, it's 8 AM. It's been on the screen the same frozen all night. I'm gonna have to force it off and just hope that it got far enough. I'm just gonna hope that I got console. Got a bunch of them, but do we console? Of course we don't get console. Why would we get console? A ton of apps, but no console. Okay, we are back. I'm back from school now, and I have Xterm installed. I'm still hitting F12 because otherwise it'll put into Windows. I think that's mostly us. I just need to get Firefox, which I can probably just easily emerge. And then get Steam working. I don't know if I got Conqueror or not. But internet. We have WPA supplicant GUI. Okay, we don't have Network Manager, but do we have Xterm? Yes, we have Xterm! Okay. I'm installing the binary version of Firefox. Okay, this is my website. I don't have an audio driver. Yippee! I have a nicer terminal. I got console installed. I have no clue how I even got this far, to be fair. There we go. I got Gentoo Linux installed. Now, overall, this was a very educational experience for me. I don't think I will ever be installing Gentoo Linux again because this was pain. But I learned a lot along the way. I can't believe that this works. Well, I can't believe I was able to even install Gentoo, even at this, like, half-broken stage. But, like, thanks for watching. I read every comment, so please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Goodbye.